here. It's finally here. It's finally here. It's finally here. Hey, y'all. It's here. I cannot believe I'm finally able to share with y'all ADEPT and me. The Heather Austin palette with ADEPT Cosmetics. Y'all know my favorite. I'm so excited to share this palette with y'all. I cannot wait to show you this. I'm just beyond excited that it's finally time for me to share what I've been working on with y'all. My collab palette with ADEPT Cosmetics. I'm going to show you swatches. I'm going to talk you through this palette. I'm going to tell you everything. But before I can do any of that, I have to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting me and my channel and my love for makeup. And thank you for helping make this possible just from all your love and support. I'm so excited. And if you are new here, wow. You picked the right video to watch first. My name is Heather, and if you can't tell, makeup makes me happy here at my channel. We don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup. We like to have fun here, whatever that means. And today that means I get to share this new palette with y'all, and I just cannot wait. I feel so thankful and excited that I get to share that with y'all. So let's jump into it. Y'all, this is the ADEPT and Heather Austin palette that I've been working on for so long. I actually want to show y'all a close-up of a palette that I have been using because I was getting ready to film this video and I thought, you know what, let me show them the palette I've been using. Of course I wiped the palette off and cleaned it up so I could show y'all, but I want y'all to see that I've been using and loving this palette, and I want to show y'all one of the beautiful campaign images for this palette. Just so incredibly beautiful. ADEPT sent me this photo and I'm like, I just have to share it with y'all. So we have launching on Friday, March 25th at 12 o'clock MST, the Heather Austin ADEPT palette. This is what she looks like. This is what she looks like, my baby. The packaging, if you've ever owned an ADEPT palette, I wanted to keep my palette true to the ADEPT line. So we have this beautiful outer packaging. This is upcycled packaging, which I think is so, so cool. ADEPT, of course, is cruelty-free, and they are striving to be as eco-friendly as possible, which I think is so important. So you do have Heather Austin right here, and then opening the palette, we have 12 shades inside. This palette is mattes, multi-chromes, one multi-chrome topper, and some beautiful sparkly, shifty, shimmery shades that I'm excited to share with y'all. Before I get much more into it, I have to share the swatches because I know I just cannot wait to show y'all the swatches. So I'm going to show you this swatched on me, and I'm also going to show you this palette fully swatched on one of my best friends, Yanika. It was very important both to me and ADEPT to make a palette that would be beautiful on anyone and everyone. So thank you so much to my friend Yanika for allowing me to swatch on her. I've already told her thank you 1,000 times, but if y'all are happy to see those swatches too, please definitely leave her some love in the comment section. But I want to walk you through kind of shade by shade. I will say this palette is going to retail for $56. Like most collaboration palettes, influencer and affiliate codes will not work on this palette, but this one is super, super special to me. These are all exclusive shades. These are shades that ADEPT has never done before. They're all exclusive to this palette, and this palette is limited, but ADEPT has said if it sells out quickly and y'all still want it, that they will open up a pre-order and they will make sure everybody who wants this palette palette can get their hands on it. So I'm really, really, really excited about that. This palette does have a beautiful mirror. It will come packaged so well, so beautifully protected for y'all. You do have Adept and Heather here on the mirror, and I want to walk you through shade by shade, break it down for y'all, explain the names and my thought process behind these shades. So let's do that. Okay, one more thing I do want to mention is these pans are magnetic. So if you want to take them out, if you want to rearrange them, you totally can do that. It's very easy to remove these pans with a magnet, which I thought was super, super cool that we were able to do that. But let's start with the first shade. The first shade right here called Video Chat. This shade is really special. This shade shifts a lot of different colors. I'm going to show you swatches close up too. I'll also be doing some things on my Instagram. Adept is going to do that as well. Of course, I'll have more videos with that, but I wanted to show you as best as I can. This shade is like an orange to a red, pink, bronze, green, gold, peachy shade. It's very, very cool. And I named the shade Video Chat for all of my wonderful friends. This is the shade that I named for my friends that I video chat with every single day, that have kept me sane through all the craziness that's gone on in the world the past few years. This shade is for y'all. Okay, this next shade here is called Passport, and you can see this one is really shifty as well. This shade is like a pink, blue, silver, purple, almost kind of that baby blue shifty shade. And I love to travel. Dusty loves to travel. Jackson, my son, loves to travel. It's just something we love to do. So when we were coming up with names, I was like, okay, we have to name one shade Passport. And again, this shade is also very, very sparkly. You're gonna get intense sparkle with this shade, and it's just, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, next up I have the shade So Excited. And if you are a subscriber of mine, this shade is definitely for y'all, because I think in almost all of my videos I say I'm so excited. It's something I say all the time, and it's something that we just have in common. Like, we get so excited for makeup. So this is a kind of cool toned silvery to purple shifty shade, very, very sparkly, reflective, and this is for y'all. This is the shade I was like, oh yeah, this is the shade me and my subscribers, we get so excited about makeup. Okay, next I have 0603, which is my anniversary for my husband. We're going to be celebrating 16 years on 0603 of this year. This shade is a purpley to silver, but in a deeper way, with a deeper base than So Excited was. It has lots of different reflex in it, kind of these like blue purple sparkles in there. Just so beautiful. And I wanted to put some shades in here that were color shades for the neutral lover, and I feel like those two shades are perfect for those of y'all who want to dip your toe into the color family and see and try some really sparkly shades. Okay, next up is a matte. This is Magnolia, and I live in Mississippi, which is the magnolia state. I have so many great memories of my childhood with magnolia trees, climbing trees, barefoot, playing. The scent of magnolia is just brings back so many memories. And when I was first creating this palette and thinking about what I wanted to put in, I was like, I have to have a dark green. I am of course wearing this shade on my eyes too, but I knew this matte green had to be in there. Okay, the next matte shade we have is Mythology, which is really this grungy green, swamp green, yellow almost type of shade. I also have this shade on today, and this is for my love of everything legends, myths, stories. I love it all. I love any type of story. So when I saw this shade, it just reminded me, like I said, kind of a grungy type of color, and it's Mythology. Okay, the next matte shade I have is PaO2, and if you work in healthcare like I do, you know what PaO2 stands for. This shade is so beautiful, and I wanted to put a couple of shades in here for my healthcare family. I love this shade so much, and as a respiratory therapist, PaO2 is one of the most important values that I look at when taking care of a patient. So this beautiful matte, like, it's not really purple, but it's definitely not red. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, and depending on what shades in this palette you pair it with, it can pull differently. But y'all know I love my deep and dark mattes, so I'm so happy to be able to get this shade perfected and in this palette. Okay, the next shade I have is Atlas, and Atlas is a neutral mid-tone brown shade. Again, for my neutral lovers, this shade I have on as well today, and of course Atlas works on many different levels. For me, Atlas is of course my puppy dog's name, but we actually named him for the Greek Titan. Again, I love myths and legends of all kind, and it plays into our love of travel because an atlas is a map. Is that an over explanation of the word? But yes, I have 3 different reasons for having the name Atlas in here, and I think this is going to be a shade that a lot of y'all will probably hit pan on first because it's just so rich. And this shade, like you're going to see in the tutorials I post, of course, but this shade you can just layer and build and blend, and it can look like different levels of depth on the eye. I'm so in love with this one. Okay, next up I have the shade Scrubs. This is a very shifty shade. This is a cobalt blue to a pink to a purple shade, and I named this Scrubs again for healthcare. For the scrubs we wear, I cannot tell you, I've worn this so many times to work as a one and done shade, and it's just so beautiful. Of course it looks great paired with other shades in the palette, but the way this one shifts, I feel like it's just flattering on everybody. It's so beautiful. This shade it came out exactly the way I wanted it. Okay, next up is Hey Y'all, and that is how I start every single one of my videos. Well, today's video, I'm pretty sure I started off screaming, but I always say Hey Y'all. And this is a purple to kind of a rose gold, so it's a little bit warmer, but it's so many sparkles in there, just super beautiful. And that's another shade, just like so excited. I'm like, this is for y'all, this is for my subscribers, this is Hey Y'all, of course, for every video. Okay, the last 2 shades are actually family names. The Austin shade, of course, being my last name, Austin, and this is one of the multi-chromes in the palette. So Austin is a white, green, pink, blue shade. You can see in the swatch and on my finger, but this is actually the shade I have on my inner corner. So it looks so different in different lightings, but this is a beautiful multi-chrome. I really hope I'm able to capture how beautiful it is, but I feel like this is one of the shades that you really need to get in person and test out, and you can see all the multi-chrome goodness. It's just, this, I mean, I named it Austin because it may be one of my favorite shades in the palette. It's just so stunning. If you love multi-chromes, you're gonna love this. Okay, the last shade is Smith, and Smith is actually my maiden name. This is a green, lime, yellow, gold, orange shifty shade. Very different depending on what light you look at it. It's got like this yellow, green, orange. I love multi-chromes, and I gasped when I got this shade, when it was perfect and ready. It's so smooth and beautiful, but one of the most important things to me is my family. If you're not new here, you already know my niece, my nephew, my brother, my sister-in-law, my parents. Like, this shade is for them. Most of us, like me, my parents, my brother, our favorite shade is green. We we have the same favorite color. So when I saw this shade, I actually got Jackson to tell me. I was like, which shade do you think we should name Smith? And he was like, this one. I was like, perfect. So it's so beautiful. Again, another multi-chrome to the palette. Okay, now that I've walked you through all of the shades individually, I also want to show you just a video of swatches that I took outside on a sunny, partly cloudy day on my iPhone because I thought this turned out really cool. So I wanted to include it for y'all because, listen, for me, the more swatches, the better, especially when I'm considering purchasing a palette. I do want to let you know that ADEPT does ship worldwide. Anywhere that they can ship it, they will. If you do have any questions about ingredients or anything like that, I am going to link ADEPT down below. But I want to let you know, I appreciate you so much just being here, watching this video, liking this video, commenting, interacting with me. Your support means so much to me. I definitely recommend that you follow both me and ADEPT over on Instagram because they are going to be posting some beautiful, amazing photos and all of that throughout the week leading up to the launch on Friday. I will have all the information down in the description box, so definitely make sure you check that out if you have any questions. I'm going to be posting tutorials this week. I will have a judging new makeup up tomorrow, but it will come a little later than my normal upload time. I'm going to have looks for y'all. If you have any questions for me, please leave it down in the comments. I don't know if I said it, but of course, the look that I'm wearing today is created with my palette. I've been wearing it so much. I can't wait to start sharing on Instagram just the looks that I've been wearing like day to day when I've been testing and trying this palette. I cannot wait. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your love and support. I cannot wait to talk to y'all in the comments, and I will see you very soon. Bye.